Welcome to Trick or Theory with me, Hrishi K. Some would call it conspiracy theories, but we just say we're going to lay down the facts in front of you and you shall decide whether it's trick or theory. Today, birds aren't real. A satirical theory which posits that birds don't exist at all. They are drones operated by the United States government to spy on US citizens. In 2018, journalist Rachel Roberts described birds aren't real as a joke that thousands of people are in on. The theory that states that the US government has replaced all birds with secret government drones. They are replicas sent to spy on human beings. That has a catch. None of its followers actually believe that it's true. It basically started in Pittsburgh, Memphis, LA, billboards popping up in these three cities saying birds aren't real. In Instagram and TikTok, birds aren't real accounts racked up thousands and hundreds of followers. In YouTube, it went viral. In fact, 850,000 followers on TikTok approved of it. 400,000 on Instagram said birds aren't real. Adherents, as in proponents of the proposition, actually got together and stood outside Twitter's headquarters and started protesting, not with violence, without violence, and said, pull down your logo, which is a Twitter bird, a Tweety bird, saying it doesn't exist at all. Basically, in 2018, when Donald Trump was sworn in as president, he was walking down near the White House and he saw some protesters and he saw counter-protesters. He went and supported those counter-protesters. And Peter McIndoe, this gentleman, was there seeing all of this. And he thought, let me set the cat amongst the pigeons. So he took a piece of paper and he wrote, birds aren't real. And he just let it fly. And people went absolutely nuts. There were rallies. People started spreading the slogan. People started developing T-shirts saying birds aren't real. Now, if you ask the people, as in Peter McIndoe and his tribe of people, why they were doing this, they said it's very simple. The world has gone nuts. There's a lot of lunacy going around. There's so much of misinformation going around. We're just building misinformation that we know is misinformation. And we're laughing at each other and we're laughing at the misinformation, which is the lunacy of it all. So everybody who's a bird truther here is actually somebody who's laughing at everybody around them, including themselves. It basically became an experiment on misinformation. They built a highly fictional world, a fantasy world. Members of the public didn't question it. Members of the media didn't question it. It just flew. Now, if you ask me how they further validated it, the media, here we come. If you remember in the moon landing stories, I told you about how they actually filmed it. They did so here too. They discovered a character called Eugene Price and they interviewed him with multiple cameras. And they said he's an ex-CIA agent, an operative who was in on the government's plan to replace all the birds with drones and spy on the people of America. And Eugene Price went viral. They called the video The Confession of Eugene Price. Then Peter McIndoe was asked, how did you cast for Eugene Price? And he said, we wanted him to look 100 years old. We wanted bags under his eyes. We wanted him to look battle-weary. We wanted him to look sharp like spies are, but at the same time a little vulnerable so that people would eat into his story. So Eugene Price, when he says, I was part of the government as an insider creating these drones, people just believed him. So that's the trick or theory of the day. Birds aren't real. If you have your own trick or theory, a conspiracy theory that you want us to discuss, please let us know here. If you have any comment on today's trick or theory, if you believe birds aren't real, if you believe birds are real, please let us know. We're happy to give it space on the air, vent out, discuss it. Till next time, it's me, Hrishi K, saying bye.
94.3 Radio 1.